I said, one of the worst things you can get for Christmas, clothing wise,
Christmas clothing,
is a Christmas themed clothing.
Yeah.
On Christmas.
Yeah.
Because you only can wear it that day.
From the couple who put the Chris in Kris Kringle, the K2 Studios proudly presents a Christmas extravaganza, brought to you by the world-famous Chris and Christine Show.
Hey, what's happening? How are you doing today? Thank you so much for being here, and I am Chris.
And I'm Christine, and welcome to episode 152 of the Chris and Christine Show. Did you know, Chris, that we are officially on the 4-week countdown to Christmas? It's 4 weeks from today, Sunday.
Check that out. As you heard from our intro, yeah.
Yeah, we are definitely. I mean, our Christmas extravaganza is an extended extravaganza.
It's for this entire month of December.
It is. Did you like how I said that? I made a new word. Instead of extravaganza, it's an extended extravaganza.
I love it. You're so clever. That's why you're the doctor in the house.
Well, thank you. Yeah. So we are going to be having some Christmas fun over the next couple of weeks just to get you all in the spirit. But before we hop into chatting about that and chatting about our week, one thing I did want to talk about is what's happening over on the K2 radio show, Chris.
Well, being that it is December, and we all love December stuff, and happy holidays to you who are listening out there right now in podcast land. But if you head on over to Radio Land, over there to the K2 radio station, and we have curated our favorite Christmas songs, and they're playing live 24/7 all month long, baby doll.
Yeah, so we have a couple of breaks in between some of the playlists that we have to have a little bit of break from the Christmas music. But in general, Chris has picked like 10 of his favorites. I've picked 10 of my favorites. We've picked another 10. And they're just great Christmas songs. So if you are really wanting to get into the holiday spirit, it's a hodgepodge. So you get a little bit of
hodgepodge.
Yeah, you get a little bit of Chris's personality and his kind of, old man Christmas music.
Old man Christmas music.
And then you get my, modern super chic chick music too that you can tune into. So, whether you're, more in the land of Old Man Winter or,
Wait, are you saying me, Old Man Winter?
Maybe, dog days. I don't know. Yeah.
Thank you for that elaborate breakdown. But if you head over to K2 Radio, there's a link to it in the show notes. But if you can't remember that, if you go to live365.com, you search in K2 Radio, it'll pull right on up.
Yep, absolutely. And so definitely keep that on your streaming platform and on your radio because you won't be disappointed. I know that I haven't been. I've been really excited and I love the Christmas season. So it just helps me, amp it up just a notch.
I do too. I think for me, when I really get in the Christmas mood is when I start really playing the Christmas music. And I think the earlier, the better, meaning that like
July 4th?
No, don't get crazy here. I'm talking like, don't start playing it like Christmas Day. I know people do play it on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. By then, I think it's almost too late. I think you really got to get in, like, say, early December, like right now.
Really?
Yeah, because, and then also on the flip side is that if you wait till after Christmas, maybe, or say even after New Year's, I think kind of like wears off. So you really should be playing Christmas music like January. I'm just saying.
Well, I just feel like you got to keep the holiday spirit going. So there's something magical around the holiday season. I know that there are some hard parts of it for many people, but I feel that in general, for me specifically, it's a time where I like slow things down a little bit and I spend a lot more time at home. Not that I don't normally, but time really spent self-care, movies bundled up under blankets, family movie nights, popcorn nights. There's all of that kind of stuff happens a little bit more. It's a little bit colder, so we tend to snuggle up a little bit closer to the people that we love. And I love festive things and decorating, and I get to decorate the house and put up all the Christmas lights, and it looks beautiful. And there is nothing that makes me happier than first thing in the morning, waking up, having that hot cup of steaming coffee with the Christmas lights on the Christmas tree and being bundled up under a blanket. Chef's kiss.
There you go. And I love having Christine do all the work so I can sit back and enjoy it.
That is true. And speaking of work, we had a great evening tonight, put together a dinner. Actually, we had visitors over at the house this evening. Who did we have, Chris?
We had your other sister from Minnesota,
Yes.
Kim, and her husband, Tim. They drove, I picked up from their hotel, but they did fly into town today.
Yeah.
And then I picked them up at the hotel, brought them over to the house. First time they got to see the house. First time they got to see Christine's lovely Christmas lights she put all over the house. I said, see our water feature? So yeah, it is a water feature. Yeah, Christine put 2 electric waterfalls down the driveway, both sides of the driveway.
They're not electric waterfalls.
Well,
they're blue Christmas lights.
There you
they
go.
Look
They're
like water.
Yeah, they're blue lights that represent water to go down the driveway.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would do differently is if I could figure out how to get them that they kind of like flicker.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
It would be so cool. Yeah, that'd be so awesome. Or even if they like came down almost where it looked like it was tumbling down the hill. But yeah, so my sister, Kim, one of my older sisters, was in town today. She is in town. Her and her husband flew in for his meetings, his work meetings. He's a doctor. And so they had some meetings to come and attend for several days. And I'm leaving town for work tomorrow afternoon. So tonight really was it. That was all the time that we could get together.
Oh yeah, for your family, yeah. But it's still good enough. First time they saw the house and first time I've been over here and stuff. So it's always exciting, especially this time of year because you got the whole house decked out for Christmas. I mean, Christine watches way too many of those Hallmark movies, like way too much.
Well, I grew up basically in a town that's like the set of a Hallmark movie, honestly, if you think about it. So it's like in my blood.
It pretty much is. You feel right at home when you watch those movies.
Yeah.
I always look at those and say, no one actually has a town like that. It's impossible.
And then I'm like, what? That's exactly what we did.
Yeah, but if you watch those movies, one thing it's so funny is that in almost every shot of the camera's pointing at something, there's a Christmas tree in the shot. And every single time. It's
a Christmas tree or Christmas garland.
Right. Like, why is there a Christmas tree in the bathroom? I don't know. It's there.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was watching this new Hallmark movie and it's called The Royal Nanny. And they were walking into the uncle. He was the crown prince of, it is supposed to be of England. And you were
that's like a ripoff of like Harry and Meghan Markle.
Kind of. But they were walking into his house, which was not a castle. And
what a loser.
But you walk through the entryway and they're like showing the entryway to the house. And he has greenery garland along the baseboards of the,
that's an idea.
The entry hallway.
Ideas, baby.
I know. I was like, that's so awkward. It was totally because there was an entryway and they probably didn't have space to put a tree because it wouldn't make sense. So they had greenery garland there, but it was crazy. So
did they put ornaments on the garland?
Yes, and ribbons.
I knew it. I knew. And lights too. It's our Christmas tree garland. That's what it is. It's because it was a Christmas branch.
And it was only like 6 feet long. And so it was like awkwardly spaced away from the wall on either side. And I was like, okay, Hallmark, like, what are we doing here?
Well, don't worry. You go outside to the park. They got the trees. Every tree's got ornaments on it. Even the trees that they sell at the nursery farm that the one dude works at because his dad inherited the thing from his grandfather. All the trees already come pre-lit with ornaments and lights somehow. I don't know how that happens.
I will never forget. I was watching a Christmas movie, a Hallmark Christmas movie, and it was so there's this actress. Her name is Danica Patrick, I think.
It's about the race car driver?
No. What's her last name? Danica
Patrick.
Okay, well, it's a different Danica, but her name is Danica, and I used to mistake her for the race car driver, so it's a similar last name. But she was, it was the guy had inherited the Christmas tree farm from his father.
I just made that up.
And
by
then
the way.
she was a tree biologist,
No doubt.
So his Christmas trees were losing their pine needles because they had some type of virus, and so she was the only one. That's what they thought. She was the only one that could diagnose the illness that the trees had to salvage.
It wasn't for the fact that they were dead already.
No, and then they had to give them some kind of treatment once, right after they cut them. They had to dip them in a solution, and then that would save all of the trees.
That sounds like a Marvel movie going
I know,
bad.
right? So now that I look back, okay, maybe I'm a little bit obsessed. But back to what I was saying. Having my sister here, this was the only time that we could get together while I was in town. And so I was able to put in a little bit of work to make us a yummy dinner. And I loved it so much. My sister had had some health complications last week, and so she was recovering from a little procedure. And she does live all the way out near Minneapolis in Rochester. And I was just feeling bad because she doesn't have any of us. In my family, I'm one of 4 girls, plus my mom and my dad. But, growing up in a household with predominantly women, 5 of us, we just learned how to really take care of each other and look out for each other. So whenever one of us is sick, the whole community of women in our family wrap around each other. And so it's very common on a birthday or when you're sick to get a surprise Instacart delivery from a sister or food delivery.
I've been sick many times, and your sister's never sent me anything.
Because you're not a sister. You're just the mister to a sister.
I'm not part of the cool club, I guess.
No, wrong consonant. Mister to the sister instead.
Okay.
So it's very common to get the deliveries like that. But I wasn't able to do that this week with my sister Kim. And so I just wanted to do something to kind of take care of her. And they traveled so long. And so I was so happy today that we were able to bring them to our house. And it was warm and snuggly here. And I made one of my favorite meals, which was tri-tip in the slow cooker. We had rice. My sister's gluten-free, so everything was gluten-free. And we had gluten-free biscuits for her. And I just felt like I was able to do something for her that I don't normally get to do because we live in different cities. And I see my other sisters a lot, but not my sister Kim very much. And it felt so good.
It felt really good. I was excited. It's funny. I actually do enjoy having your family over for these kind of things, events, holidays, sleepovers once in a while,
That sounds inappropriate.
Well, sleepovers meaning that the house is everyone's living here for the weekend or whatever. And I'm not used to everyone being in my space and stuff being like that. But having dinners over and stuff, I love that kind of stuff because I used to always invite my family over for dinners all the time. In fact, I had this tradition where I actually would cook ribs or barbecue something almost every Friday night. I had Friday nights off. I'd run to the store, get ribs or whatever it was, and I would cook them up every Friday night and have a big thing. I invite my family over and stuff. And I used to enjoy doing that quite a bit because you have this big house and this big whole thing and you have all this stuff. And it's just kind of I want to cook dinner, but it's just us. It's it's fun and all, but it's always nice to have people over to kind of, hey, check out this house, check what we did, check what we cooked for you, check all this stuff out. And
it's nice to feel that we have a space where we can welcome people into and it doesn't feel so cramped, right?
Exactly. Even when people are staying here overnight, for the week or weekend or whatever, it doesn't feel too bad. When you have, what's the biggest event we had? We had a lot recently. We had 20 people, was it?
Oh, that was just for the baby shower.
No, not that. I'm talking actually staying here. We had your mom.
We didn't
and dad.
have 20 people.
We did.
We feel like 20 people. Okay.
Hotel Christine show.
Yeah. So last year we did an early Christmas celebration with my family over here. You may have heard of it. If not, you can listen back to some of our past episodes. But for that specific trip, we had my parents, my sister, and her husband and her daughter. Her son wasn't able to come. And my little sister and her best guy friend. And then my niece's boyfriend stayed here, but, different rooms. So we had the boys in one room, the girls in another one. Then we had our 3 boys here, plus you and me. So, we were only 14.
I think the fire marshal said, hey, I think we got too many living in this.
No.
Hey, what is the rule, by the way? I heard the rule years ago. I don't know if it's true or not. But legally, I don't know if it's per code or per health violations or whatever, that you can only have, if you had
You're coming up with a number out of your butt right now.
Totally. But I thought it was 3 per room.
No, it's such a lie.
What's the rule on that? Do you know the rule on that?
No, but it's not 3 per room.
It was literally 3 bodies per room legally.
No.
So if you have a house that has a 3-bedroom house, legally you can have 6 people living in there.
No, that is a lie.
It's 4. Maybe it's 4 per room.
Maybe it's you don't know and you're coming up with something to try and make it believe that we were over.
Hey, when rents are super expensive, I'm sure people figure out how to work that system out and figure out. I'm sure they're probably even passing that number up to even 20 people living in a house.
College dorms are 3 or 4 people per room.
There you go.
It's just because that's what they can fit in there to kind of sardine them in there.
Exactly. Like an airplane, just pack them in.
Well, what else has been happening with you this week? I know we just talked about our exciting adventure from today.
Yeah, so this week was kind of a low-key week. I didn't really do much this week. Other than the usual going to work, coming home, being with you, which is always fantastic. My favorite thing for me to do is always wake up in the morning. In fact, when I go to bed at night, I get super excited thinking about waking up with you, or at least waking up anyways, and running down and making coffee and having coffee ready and sitting there and doing nothing for probably 3 hours. And then realizing, oh crap, I'm late for work. I got to get going.
I was going to stop you before you said and then doing nothing. Like the waking up and racing down to make me coffee. Ladies, take notes. That's the way you train a man.
Well, actually, what I really do is make it for me. But if there's leftover coffee, Christine can have some too.
Yeah, now you're trying to cover up and act like you're not just the best guy ever.
Well, because if that was the case, I'd wake up at like in 2 hours sleep after and I'll go down and make it for you and come back upstairs and make the rest for me. No. What I do is actually when I do wake up,
I wait to have coffee with you is what it is. But you still make it for me because I'm perfectly capable of making my coffee myself. But
why don't you make it for both of us then?
Because I like the way that you make it. Because I've made it before and you're like, it doesn't taste the same. And I'm like, I literally did the same thing as you. And you're like,
well, you forgot the magic ingredient. What the magic ingredient is?
No, love.
It's Chris love.
Or is it? Because sometimes you say, I put a little bit of hate in there today.
Yeah.
I put a little bit anger.
A little anger.
I'm like, ooh, it tastes a little bitter.
Hey, speaking of crazy coffees, what was the coffee I saw at the store? I told you I should pick up for funsies. What was it called? It was like Certain Death or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. It was like, I don't know, death by caffeine or something like that.
Something like that. I thought, is this a joke? Literally, the coffee company was like Death Coffee or something, or Certain Death, or
like Dark is My Soul or something like that. That would be funny. Let's come up with like crazy coffee names. It's like Tara of My Heart.
Yeah, definitely. Like speaking of that,
Thicker Than Mud.
There was a guy at work that literally, like, this is back before I started drinking the coffee at work.
Mm-hmm.
I usually would only like drink the Starbucks at the store. I'd bring my own into work, that kind of stuff. I didn't really mess with the coffee pot at work back then because they didn't have any creamer either. So you had the powdered milk dust stuff. Gross. Anyways, we had a guy at work, used to work there. And he'd come in and start his shift. And what he would do is he'd empty out the coffee that was in there, sitting out there for the day. And I saw him make it. And he had this scooper already measured out. I think it's a cup or half cup scooper. Because machines it's like forever a coffee pot machine for the office break room.
Right.
So it just takes one scoop of coffee grinds in the thing. It's because it's like
an industrial one.
Yeah. So the scooper is just a metal, I think it's a cup scooper for like a measurement cup. He would do like 3 of those in the pot. And it only takes 1, by the way.
Oh, my word.
But he would do 3. And I heard it was as nasty as tar, black, gross you ever had in your life. And he would brew it and drink it like it was nothing. And a couple of guys that would do that. But when I make the coffee at work, because I do make it at work from time to time, I will just do the 1 scoop and that's it. And it's pretty simple to do because you just put it in there and push the button and whatever, and it brews. But I do notice that the glass, like actual coffee pot thing, it's smaller than ours.
Oh, okay.
So even though it's kind of round and everything, it's kind of narrow.
Oh, it's like the restaurant style one, like you would get at Denny's.
It's exactly like that. In fact, it's exactly what it looks like. But it doesn't hold as much because I know that when you empty it out into a cup, like a regular small cup, like almost a 3.
You mean like a regular sized mug versus the mega size ones that we use?
Exactly. You fill up one of those and literally half the pot is gone.
Right.
So your thing can't be holding very much.
What's so funny is when I pour our coffee in the morning into the regular mugs, you know how it has the lines? It's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cups. Well, it is not atypical for me to pour coffee out of the little carafe that we have and for it to go down like the equivalent of 4 cups. Like, so what size are they mentioning? Is it, or are they measuring it in? Is it like 1 cup equals a thimble or like a shot glass?
No, I think because we used to have these extremely small like teacups. Like they were very, very tiny.
But are they like 3 or 4 ounces? Because I mean, a cup is 8 ounce.
They're probably 8 ounces. I'm guessing like the ones like remember back in the day when they had the styrofoam coffee cups, they'd give you they probably still have those. If you go to events and stuff, they have like free coffee, but it's a tiny little like styrofoam thing.
Right. But that's not 8 ounces. That's like
6 maybe
4 or 5. Because I was going to say if the coffee carafe was like 10 cups equals like 80 ounces, we'd be talking like a huge jug. But, or like when we pour our mugs in the morning, if it was the equivalent of 4 cups and each one was 8 ounces, it'd be 32 ounces. That's a bladder buster from 7-Eleven. So,
yeah, but I don't think anybody grabs the big gulp cup and goes to the coffee machine at 7-Eleven.
That's what I'm saying is like somebody's messing with us. So when it's saying 4 cups, it's just making us feel like we're over consuming when in reality, they were just trying to ration us from like the beginning of time. And really, our size of mugs that we use should be like the 1 cup mark.
Well, all I know is I did figure out the measurement tool because that's the thing with coffee grinds and figure out the measure, how much goes in and all that, how much water to use and all that. I kind of figured it out. I even bought a special like measurement tool that I would use every time for my coffee. It's a little spoon I bought on Amazon. It's cute. It's metal and it holds 2 tablespoons in this measuring tool. And I use it specifically for the coffee. So that's what I measure that in. And each one of those equals, let me think now. Is it 2 cups or was it 1 cup?
Oh my gosh. Don't do math right now.
You know what the worst part is? That when I go there half asleep in the morning to pour the coffee cup, it's like, even though you just put a scoop in the machine, you're like, what scoop number am I on? I count number 1 or count number 2? And then I make it wrong. And that's what happens sometimes because you're thinking like, you're half asleep, like how many, you're trying to keep a count right. Because especially if you're doing like 6 cups or 6 scoops or whatever it is, you're like, you want scoop 5 or 6? I don't know.
I don't know. But, I was thinking that for Christmas, I should get you like some little record keeping something to like help you keep track of how to make the perfect cup of coffee. Or, everybody that comes over here and has you make coffee says, and I'm saying everybody says that having coffee here is like the best cup of coffee they've ever had. Angela, Christabel, all of the girls that come here and they help with events.
All my ladies, yeah.
All the flower ladies, they come over here and they're like, I was just thinking about that coffee. Is Chris making coffee this morning? And I'm like, yeah, girl, he is. Come get it.
That's right.
But, maybe I should like...
I was a barista in the afterlife.
Like, would the perfect gift for you be like something where, it's like, I made you that coffee mug rack, like Chris's Cafe or something before, and you don't really use it anymore. But
I do use it. It's in the garage.
Yeah, it's in the garage.
Tools right now.
Yeah,
it's a tool rack.
It's hard to find the perfect gift for your partner, isn't it?
It totally is. Especially for guys' perspective. Like I can't figure out. Like, being honest here. It's hard to buy some gifts because you're kind of thinking like, what size or what should they wear or what would they like or what would I like, but would they like it too or something? And then you go the whole guys route where guys are totally stupid. They're like, hey, honey, I bought you the motor oil and a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Well, some duct tape.
Well, coming up after this, we are going to help all of you gentlemen and ladies out there with a fun little game that we're going to carry on for the next couple of weeks that we think you're going to enjoy. We're going to be back with it right after this. If you love music and podcasting, now you can have both. Introducing the brand new K2 radio station, available 24/7 on the Live 365 app for free.
Specializing in rock and alternative music, we're talking bands like Coldplay, Nirvana, Muse, Imagine Dragons, and yes, even the Rolling Stones. They have all stopped by to drop off songs, and we even have brand new popular tracks added every single day.
Also on the free K2 radio station, we are including podcasting. Get the best of both worlds. Download the free Live 365 app or listen online at live365.com and type in K2 Radio. All right, friends. Well, we are back and we have a fun little component of our Christmas extravaganza. I know you all enjoyed the game I came up with. Was it last week or the week before, Chris?
What game?
It was a couple weeks ago.
My memory is,
is gone.
When you get older, like I'm super old right now.
Yes.
Is that your memory starts like what I do yesterday? Sometimes I can't remember what I have for breakfast. Usually,
yeah. I mean, you don't remember a lot. However, I came up with a game a few weeks ago. We got some good feedback on it. So Christine, I have come up with another game that we are going to at least play for the next 2 weeks. And what we are going to do is I've taken a number of different topics and I've scrambled them up. If you can hear, I've scrambled them up in this little hat of mine that I'm holding. And these are random topics that we're going to be discussing. Some of them are lists, some of them are questions. They're all holiday related. And we're just going to see where this episode takes us. Are you ready, Chris?
Oh, I'm super excited. Randomness is all about me, baby. I'm all about the random stuff,
Okay. So these are some fun topics for us to discuss. And I think you're really going to enjoy this selection of multiple items I have.
All right. What you got, baby?
All right. So reach into this hat.
Okay. I'm reaching right now.
Okay. and pull that one out. Open it up.
What I got?
Open it up.
Can I look at this?
Yeah, open
Are you
it
sure?
up.
Okay, open this up. Okay, it's like I'm Christmas morning. I'm opening a present. How exciting. All right, why is it got a ribbon around it and everything? My goodness.
Okay, what does it say?
You did a really nice wrapping job on this note here. This is great.
What does it say?
Are you kidding me? I'm reading this note right now. It says, what not to buy your wife for Christmas?
All right. So that is our topic. Congratulations, Chris. So we are going to be discussing, and I have some research here. So let me pull up from my list of options. One moment.
Not to buy your wife for Christmas.
Let's see.
So I don't know if that can of motor oil was on the list. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I'm almost there.
But if your wife's a mechanic, she might like that stuff.
Maybe. Okay.
You know?
All right. So you've picked the what not to buy your wife for Christmas. All right. So I have a list here, and it is from a website called itsahusbandthing.com.
It's a husband thing, huh?
Yeah. So
What do they sell there?
they don't sell anything
Like,
except for
your
advice.
husband, you want to buy a Ken? You want to buy a Joe? You want to buy a Mike? We got them for sale.
I think they sell you tips on how to stay out of the doghouse. So
we get doghouses too.
That's what a man cave is, basically, right? It's like the doghouse the men go to when they fight their wife.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's what they lay. That's how they sleep at night, you know.
All right. So from itsahusbandthing.com, this is a list of the top, I think it's 18 items here of what not to buy your wife for Christmas.
Now, is this related to, say, certain years, or this can be for any year, or is it only specific to 2022?
So this one it was a 2022 article on this topic. And so I did try to look at things that were relevant for this year.
Okay. So, for example, like they wouldn't say, hey, get your wife a washing rack because the washing machine hasn't been invented yet.
No. Okay. So the first thing on this list is do not buy your wife a gift card to a place she doesn't shop. And the example the guy gave on this article was he bought his wife a Macy's gift card.
Oh, yeah?
Knowing that she'd never really shopped there.
Well,
but
she will now, right? Because she has a gift card.
Well, that's what he thought. He didn't realize she didn't shop there because she actually just didn't like the clothing that was there. So if it's a place that your wife doesn't regularly frequent, don't just like randomly go buy her a gift card for that place.
I heard there's a place, I don't know if it's online or where it is, but you actually can cash in gift cards. Did you hear about that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but they only give you partial amounts for it.
What a ripoff. They got to make money somehow.
And then I do have a friend. She does, she sells skincare, like one of those multi-level marketing companies. And in January every year, she does a gift card buyback. And so like people can sell her their gift cards from like whatever for credit towards products. And so she gets like stuff for children's clothes and things like that. And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of smart if she's going to use them. But I mean, it's just so disappointing when you open something. I know, like from a wife perspective, if I know that there's at least some thought that goes into it, but when you open a gift and it's a gift card, first of all, a gift card.
I love gift cards.
Well, you're a guy.
It's the gift that keeps coming.
Right.
It keeps giving until you spend out.
But if it's a gift card and then it's to a place that you don't even shop, it gives you this feeling of like, wow, do they even know me or anything that I like?
Well, how about a gift card for a store that doesn't exist in your town?
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Like, what's the one restaurant my mom loves that we don't
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, that's great. There's not one here anywhere near us.
I know, but like.
So if you got a gift card to that, like what would you do with it?
Well, like last year we did buy them a Cracker Barrel gift card, but it's because we knew that they were going to Vegas for New Year's and that there was one on their way to Vegas. And so it was like, hey, here's a meal on your way for us. And so it's like, if you know they're going, but like, I would say like, if there's a place that you know that your partner doesn't shop, or at least your wife doesn't shop, don't buy her something for that.
Or say, for example, if you live on the East Coast, don't buy a gift card to In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny that you say that because when I was shopping for our niece and nephews on my sister's kids, I was thinking of getting them some fast food gift cards because, you know, one's a college kid. Well, two are a college kid. One's going to be a college kid soon. The other one's in middle school. I was thinking, oh, I should go to In-N-Out. I'm like, doofus. They don't have In-N-Out. So I didn't. Okay. But the next on the list is do not buy your wife a gift card to the grocery store.
Why not? That's great.
No.
Are you kidding? She's already there anyway.
No, what?
She's already there buying the food for the house.
Yeah.
Why not just give her the gift card and say, honey, hey, guess what? I know I'm thinking about you because you are definitely there every single week, working hard, getting the groceries. In fact, you know what? I know what you really love.
Take this $50 off the bill for me.
I'm going to hook you up big time. I'm going to give you a gift card for $25 off your next grocery order. I know it probably takes off one, can of something.
I can't even get over this.
Here, honey, the beer you're going to buy me. This gift card covers that.
I think this will cover at least that one New York steak that I wanted. Or, there's that lobster tail that you were going to buy me for New Year's.
The New York steak that I wanted for dinner tonight that you're going to cook. This covers that.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, babe.
Exactly the reason why not to buy a gift card to the grocery store for your wife. Okay. Next on the list is do not buy your wife ugly jewelry. And so ugly can be subjective.
You know what? I tell you, I did something one year for an ex-girlfriend and I bought some
jewelry. Ex-girlfriend.
And I bought something that I thought was adorable.
Okay, you have to tell the story because I know the story. You have to tell the story.
And I thought it looked great because,
tell the whole story.
Okay, well, she had a dog, like a pet animal dog, and it was, beautiful dog. It was her, best pal, living alone, single woman, nice to have a dog with you,
right?
A big animal.
I love dogs.
So I went to the jewelry store, and being a dumb guy like I am, looking for jewelry and stuff, and I'm like, how can I get her? I don't know. And I found this cute little like pennant necklace thing, and it was like a dog paw thing with diamonds around it, and it looked so cute and everything.
Was it real diamonds?
Of course it was.
Really?
Yeah.
I asked because you never buy me diamond jewelry.
Are you kidding me? They're all diamonds, honey. They look like a diamond. They taste like a diamond. What do you want from me? So anyways, I bought her this thing, and she was like so unimpressed. Like it was like, oh, you got me a dog necklace? Like, what is that? I said, no, the necklace, it's cute. It's a nice little pennant thing, like a little, thing you wear on your neck with diamonds and the heart thing and everything. And I thought it was adorable. But whatever, I guess I was stupid.
Aww.
Made me take it back and everything.
She made you take it back?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And what did you get her in exchange for it?
Thank you later. Thank you and see you later.
Oh, you broke up?
No, not that point, but I'm saying I was kind of, I don't know what I got her after that, but I was just like, I put all this thought into it, thinking it'd be some cute jewelry that I would get her. And had the cute little heart, not heart, but had a little paw print thing with the diamonds around it and all that stuff. I thought it'd be adorable, but she was like, whenever you see me wear anything like that, and
yeah,
and
because
it's I don't know, maybe
that's the key. And you were saying, oh, I thought it would be cute or it'd be adorable. And for a woman, if you're going to buy her jewelry, she doesn't want it to be cute and adorable. She wants it to be a romantic gesture.
Well, hey, it was romantic on my wallet. I believe my wallet said.
Except you gave her a dog paw print over her heart.
And I think I did get on sale. Now I think about it. So. I mean, of course, I work at the deals,
Of course.
I did see that. I was like, ooh, really? On
did
sale?
It turn her neck green?
It didn't quite make it to her neck. It didn't quite make it there.
Well, maybe it made her face red, not her neck green.
Well, live and learn. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Okay, next on the list, do not buy your wife clothing.
Yeah, this can be tricky, I think, because what if you have the wrong size? If you go too big, like, what am I, fat? If you go too small, you're like, honey, you don't know my size.
Yeah.
And you're like,
or then she's like depressed, like, oh my gosh, I don't fit into this. And you think I'm that skinny and I'm not, and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that happens too. Or are you colorblind, Chris? What is this? This doesn't even match. You got me the weird colors. And have you ever seen me wear this ever? No. Well, I thought maybe you like it. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I did buy clothing for a girl once, not for Christmas, but it was her birthday. And I did get the right size. She told me the size. I went to the store and I knew nothing about nothing. So I asked the guy at the counter, she said this size and this shirt size. And I just help me find something cute. I don't know. And then he did. And I was like, okay. And I think she liked it. I mean,
did you ever see her wear it?
I don't know.
Or did you break up shortly after? I'm seeing a trend.
I think it was the latter half usually. It happens. So
okay, next thing on the list: do not buy your wife makeup.
Yeah, you know what? This is where the gift card comes in real handy. Here is you go to the Mac store or what's the other big store?
Ulta.
Is there another one I'm missing?
Sephora.
So you go to either one of those. They usually have them. Sometimes they'll have this gift card rack. Usually at the grocery store. Head at the grocery store. I'm telling you, you're already there. and they might have a gift card rack, and they do usually have gift cards for these places.
Mhm.
In fact, the grocery store is your best place to get gift cards because they have them all right there for all different places.
Oh my word.
Although they do look very cheap and cheesy looking.
They do look very cheap.
Yes, because they have like the little like hook tag attached to the top of them. They're not like in their own little cute little box like some of the other ones do. But
Yeah.
anyways, I'm saying if you want to do the makeup route, I would suggest getting a gift card because if you do get makeup for your spouse, it could be a guy too. Guys could like makeup. I'm not, gender, whatever. So what if you get the wrong shade?
Right.
Or you end up looking like that chick from the Drew Carey show.
Mimi?
Yes. Where it's like blue all over your eyes.
Yeah. So last year I actually did ask for a contouring kit for makeup. It was funny because I was up next to my desk and it's still sitting there in the wrap because I haven't used it. But part of that is because when you ordered it, it ended up being like severely back ordered. We didn't receive it for almost 2 months after Christmas. And you felt so bad, I remember.
Well, save it. Come use it for this year.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna rewrap that.
Except I don't wear makeup anymore. So that was the thing is like,
Like
I don't really-
bragger, don't wear makeup. Look
no,
at that.
I just don't really wear makeup anymore. I feel like guys don't wear makeup. Why should I have to? I'm beautiful without it.
You are
So,
beautiful without it.
Thank you, darling.
You need a lot. In fact, makeup.
I don't need a lot. What does that mean?
No, you don't need a lot of makeup to put makeup on to make it look beautiful. You look beautiful already.
Okay, so that
Backpedal. So what I'm saying is that I'm not a big fan of women that put on a ton of makeup. When I mean a lot, I'm talking like more than like if you're on stage, if you're a mime, kind of makeup.
or like the kind that makes you look like a different person.
Well, that's what it's for.
Right.
Makeup's for to make you look like a different person.
No, it's just to like enhance your natural
supposed
features.
to enhance, but make you look different.
Right. Okay. So next thing on the list, do not buy your wife nothing. When a wife says, when you say, honey, what do you want? Oh, nothing. I have everything. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Danger, Will Robinson.
No, she's a keeper because she says, don't buy me anything. I said, great.
It's a lie.
I say
it's a trap.
Well, first I would say, honey, are you sure? Are you really sure?
And she'll say, no, I'm sure.
But honey,
it's
really,
still a trap.
but really, honey, are you sure?
And then you go buy her a dog paw necklace.
Yeah, was this for the dog or for me? I can't tell. No,
she wants something. She just wants you to know her well enough to just pick something heartfelt. So don't skimp on the gift.
Well,
because what ended up happening, there was one year where I said to you, oh, I don't really need anything. And you really didn't.
I listened.
Oh, it was Valentine's Day.
I listened to you.
It was Valentine's Day.
A good husband, a good spouse listens to their wife and does their wishes and commands. It falls through with all of their demands.
That made that good husband a dead husband.
But see, you know what? I try. I try to listen.
And you died trying, literally.
But listening is always so hard for me sometimes. So I always listen really hard when it comes to gifts. And you say nothing, I heard that. So I made a mental note and I kept that in my pocket. And I was like, yes.
And so now what is our strategy to work around that?
I'm going to pull my note out and it says, what does Christine want? Nothing. Whew, off the list. Thank God. Oh, disaster averted.
No. Now we have a nice little thing called Amazon wish list.
Well, you can do that?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, you know this. Okay. Next thing not to buy your wife, cleaning devices such as a mop or a vacuum.
Wait a second. This gives it away now. Gosh. I was going to get you a carpet cleaner for the house.
Oh, well, thank you. Don't do that. Number 8 thing not to buy your wife is medications.
Wait a second. You're talking like, because I don't know. You can't buy other people's medication unless you go to Mexico, get the legal stuff and smell across the border. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like if you have a medication, I can't go buy you. Like I can't. I mean, how's that?
But like, don't buy me like Tylenol as a stocking stuffer.
Who would do that?
Who knows?
What psycho would do that?
You never know.
Like, hey, honey, I got your stocking stuffer. You shake the little bottle of pills.
Here, sweetheart, I gave you. Here's your vials of Botox.
Oh, actually, now with that Botox, could that be like a gift card to like a Botox shop?
Yeah, but why? What message does that send? Here, go get some lip fillers.
But only if the wife asks for it.
Oh, but even then, danger. Don't give it to her for Christmas.
Okay.
Just give it to her just because.
So don't give her any pills, you're saying, really, for Christmas. What about like multivitamins? Those are always good.
Heck no.
I love multivitamins.
Yeah, you do, but I don't, unless they're Flintstones. Okay.
What are you, 12?
In my heart. Okay, next thing, not to buy your wife for Christmas? Anything from a mall kiosk. Those are those little.
I love those. Are you kidding me? I've gotten watches for women there before. At this one, it was called the Watch something or other. I forget what it was. Watch something. Actually, I had a watch fix there too, by the way. But I went to this place in the mall. I don't know if it's still there anymore, but it was like a watch. I forget what it's called. Anyways.
And they don't exist after Christmas. So if she needs to return it, they're non-returnable.
Well, you can return stuff after Christmas?
Some ladies do.
I don't return anything.
Exactly.
I'm a keeper. I don't return me.
It's because you love everything that everybody gives you because you're,
not
as
everything.
basic as
Not
they come.
everything. The things that, by the way, the things that I get for Christmas that I don't love, also love, who loves more? Clover. Hint, tits, you know what I'm talking about.
No.
Those slippers were a gift last year. Clover loves them. I got slippers as a gift for Christmas last year, and
they were just part of a gift pack.
Yes, but they didn't fit me by like I don't know, like 5 sizes. So, and nobody would wear them. And then Clover got a hold of them, and Clover loves them to death. They're her little what are those things? You choose on them. I don't know.
They're so funny. Yeah. Okay. So next thing on the list of not to buy your wife for Christmas is deodorant.
Honey, you stink. This is the point right here. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to get you the strong smelling kind. This stuff smells like roses and garden and love.
Okay.
And you stink. My goodness.
I know that is the message that a woman will receive.
Now, do you get the same message if it's perfume?
No, because I like my perfume.
So I would take it the same way.
But only the kind that I wear. Like if you were to go out and buy me some new scent, I'd be like, what are you doing? That's not my scent.
Right. But I'm saying that would a woman take the same clue saying that if you're getting a deodorant or perfume, would it be in the same group of category?
No, because perfume is considered romantic because it's aromatic. It kind of wakes up the senses and it's very feminine and very oh, well, when do you put on perfume? When your final touches of getting ready and it just helps you to elevate everything. Deodorant is most basic fundamental hygiene.
Do you think maybe they're talking about perfume in this?
No, they were talking about deodorant. I read this.
Okay.
Next on the list, don't buy your wife Tupperware.
Oh, do they even have Tupperware parties anymore? Remember those back in the day?
No.
Back in the old days, kids, they used to have something called Tupperware parties. I don't know how they worked exactly, but I can't imagine how much fun you'd have. Tupperware party. Who's the DJ at the Tupperware party?
DJ Lids.
DJ Lids is there. He's wrapping it up. It's the go party. DJ Lids is in the house. He's dropping like a tot.
He doesn't leave any leftovers. Oh my gosh.
That's his motto. It's on his back with his polycard.
Oh my gosh, I'm laughing so hard. Keeping it real with the K2 show today. Okay. Take a deep breath. Next thing not to buy your wife, dinnerware. Don't buy her plates.
Well, that goes to the Tupperware. It's
kind of.
First you buy her the dinnerware and you say, hey, honey, check this out. By the way, you think that was impressive. No, throwing it away. Tupperware.
Okay, so the next thing that's on the list, I actually kind of disagree with is silverware. And here's why. Because I was looking as we were getting ready to have dinner tonight, and I was thinking, I have 4 or 5 nice forks that are all coordinating that are adult size forks. And then we have these skimpy bachelor pad forks.
Those are mine.
I know. And I had
that's all my stuff.
I had a full set of silverware.
I had mismatched stuff growing up.
I had a full set of silverware when we moved in together. I don't know what happened to everything, but I'm down to 4 matching butter knives and 5 matching forks, nice forks. And so I was thinking, actually, maybe I should put a set of nice silverware on my Amazon wish list. And I was looking and I was thinking, I hope Chris doesn't think that that's weird. And then I was like, am I going to enjoy opening silverware on Christmas morning? And I'm like, well, yeah, because to me, it's more than just, silverware. For me, it's when we're entertaining, everything coordinates and I don't have to feel like I'm hodgepodging. But I could see how somebody else just randomly receiving silverware, if a woman wasn't explaining like I was, that silverware would be something enjoyed, then yeah, I wouldn't do it. But
I know how your wife can enjoy your silverware twice. She can use it and then she can wash it later.
Okay. All right, sunshine. You just got a gold star for that one. You were on a roll tonight. Okay. Next thing not to buy your wife for Christmas, gym membership.
Oh, that goes back to the clothing thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
same did.
like, hey, honey, I got you this quadruple X outfit. I think it might fit you. Oh, by the way, here's a gym membership too.
Yeah.
Just in case it does fit you.
Oh my gosh, you're horrible. Ladies, I'm so sorry. Okay, next thing on the list, not to buy your wife for Christmas costume jewelry. Now, this is like cubic zirconian, like fakey.
Oh, like the diamond, the heart, the paw necklace I got.
No, you said that was real diamonds.
It was real diamonds.
No, costume jewelry is if you would have bought it and they were all fake.
Oh, like at the Halloween store?
No, costume jewelry is like, I actually like it. When I ask Zeke for Christmas presents, not ask him when he asks me what I want.
Oh, is it like
I say like like the bangly jewel earrings that are just like fake diamonds and stuff like that, just because they're cute.
like the fake glasses you have that have the fake diamonds in them? Like those?
Yeah, but this is like jewelry. So it would be like, don't go out and like, instead of getting a really thoughtful gift, go and just get like fake jewelry.
So you're saying the diamonds that come on a little end hook on a spindle thing on the counter of a store, like say a 7-Eleven, for example, you wouldn't buy those?
7-Eleven? No. And so this one I'd take with a grain of salt. And the reason is because I typically like to get some of that costume jewelry, quote unquote, because I lose my earrings so easily. And my necklaces, I like to have like statement necklaces. So they might have like colors to them or be like silver toned and like geometric, but they don't cost a lot of money. But it's because I like to have a lot of different things that I can mix and match with my outfits. So I would say, like, for costume jewelry, just make sure that it's not like gaudy fake looking. Like, find some cute stuff, find some little, cutesy little like metal earrings and stuff. But also check if your wife has an allergy, because if she has an allergy to like not real gold and not real silver, and you give her like stainless steel earrings they look like they're silver, she could have an allergic reaction, and it could like cause irritation or like on her earlobes or around her neck. So I would just say, if you're looking for something, definitely if you can, get her something nice and like a small, beautiful, simple piece of jewelry. But if she does, like me, like some of those more bangly kind of droopy earrings, like the, fancier ones.
You're talking like the hoops though, right? Not like the ones that like hang down, like, like down touch your shoulder.
No, not the ones that touch your shoulder, but I do like some that have like some tassels and little things like that. Like the pink ones that are in the kitchen that you're like, throw these out. They look like aliens.
No, they look like little brooms.
Yeah.
they're like literally short, and like at the very bottom looks like a broom. Like,
it does look like a little broom.
A pink broom at the bottom.
Yeah.
That what, you dusting your shoulder with that thing?
But yeah, so just, take it with a grain of salt. Know your audience. Know who it is that is going to be your gift recipient.
You mean your spouse?
Yes, exactly. Okay, next thing on the list. Do not buy your wife teeth whitener.
Teeth whitener for your wife. Now, what about toothpaste?
No.
What about mouthwash?
No.
Strong mouthwash.
What are you telling me?
I'll tell you. I said, what about mouthwash that would like kill anything? Like anything. Like super, super strong stuff. Like so mouthwash so
like so that it would kill her?
So powerful. It would kill any bacteria in that girl's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I guess it all go in the same. Now, teeth whitening. Now, are you talking about that just the stuff you buy at home, or because you can take somebody to a clinic and have this done like with the lasers?
No matter what, don't be buying her teeth whitening for Christmas.
It's probably fall into the category of like with the makeup and stuff. Because,
yeah, it is.
Because you don't really know like whether or not they might even like that. Or if, like, what does it cost to do that? Like to do
it can be expensive. Just if you want to do that for her, do it at a different time. Don't make it her Christmas present. Just give it to her and be like, hey, I know you've really been thinking about this, like a random Tuesday, and just be like, I know you've been talking about it a bit and that you won't spend this on yourself, but you really had been wanting it. So here is the money if you would like to. If not, feel free to use it how you would like. Like, don't make it so that she has to get that. Or you could, because a lot of the like spas where they do facials and things like that do teeth whitening also.
No way they do.
Yeah, a bunch of them do. They're getting certified as like teeth whitening places. So You can like purchase a gift card to a specific spa where you know that's on the set of services and let your spouse figure out if that's what they want to use it for.
You know, the teeth whitening, speaking of that, when I used to watch that show, Undercover Boss, I remember how when they get the boss into character, look like somebody else, they always would dirty up their pretty white teeth because their teeth were obviously whitened.
Yeah, they put like veneers or something on them.
They
like,
put something on their teeth. I always remember that. I was like, why are they doing it with their teeth? Oh, I know why. Because their teeth are extremely over the top white.
Yeah.
From whatever they were doing. They had to go downgrade to us normal folks.
Yeah, because they weren't having to drink that, 3 cups of grounds coffee to keep their heart going.
Exploding.
Yeah. Okay, last thing on the list is do not buy your spouse, your wife's feminine products.
What's a feminine product?
Well, feminine product.
Are you talking like
for during your personal time?
Oh, Aunt Flo comes to town?
Yeah. Yeah, don't buy that kind of stuff.
Well, first off, any guy, I've bought that stuff before. Like, if you asked me to go do it, I've bought it. I've done that.
I've never asked you because I don't have that issue.
Okay,
so you're talking about other women again.
Well, Chris
and the ladies.
I always get confused, but I have bought that stuff before.
You always get confused?
Well, no, I get confused my old age, you know how it is. But anyways, I'm saying is that like I have bought that stuff before, but not as a gift, Christmas gift. That's absolutely insane.
Well, some people might not know what, and they might see. They don't come in gift packs necessarily, but they might see something is
the gift box
there. But they might see something like feminine personal care that looks nice, and they're like, "Oh, well, I'll just get this," and you put it in a stocking or whatever. Just don't.
Yeah,
especially because they do have some little like travel size holiday pack kinds of things, or like little. Just don't.
Yeah, I just can't imagine doing that. It reminds me of that my favorite commercial. I think I sent it to you. It was a Dr. Pepper commercial where the guy's like has his montage of he's doing all these great things for his girlfriend, and one of the things he's doing is he's buying those things at the store for his girlfriend, and they're like doing a price check on, and he's like holding it up proud, like like I'm good, I'm I'm a man, they can buy women's products for my girl, I love her so much, and then she goes to take a sip of the Dr. Pepper, and he throws her off the couch, and he runs away. He says, no, it's mine, get away from that.
Well, you did pretty good with this list. I mean, I would agree with the majority of items on this list, but we can't just leave all of our listeners out there hanging in the wind. And so I know that we're a little long on this episode, but we can't cut it off just yet. So,
oh, what else you got, babe? This is a big surprise to me. It's surprise.
We can't just
Christmas
do the
time.
negative. We can't just do the what not to buy your wife without doing the what to buy your wife. Now, this is a different source. This is from USA Today's list of things that you can buy your spouse or significant other, that's a woman, from 2022. Okay?
Now these expensive items, because like it's a thing too. Is like if you have like one thing you can buy here is this Rolex covered in diamonds.
Yes.
Or this, whatever. Or
so this is what I did want to say. One of the things that I noticed when I was looking through the different lists online and trying to find like the top items to purchase for your spouse, your wife, is that most of the ones that were saying what to buy are sponsored in some way. Like they're all trying to get you to buy like somebody's specific product.
So they have the link for their store.
Exactly.
Like, hey, click here, click there. But if it's by USA Today, they're not really paid.
Oh yeah, they are. They're reviewing these specific items, so they were asking to. So I tried. So these
like the hot items this year to buy.
Some of them are, but I tried to take as many as possible. Tried to take the actual name of the product off and just give you like a general overview. So let's start. You'll get the hang of it. So the first one is a specific brand, but they were saying something to purchase for your wife would be the new Apple Watch, or we can say new smartwatch. And we were actually just having a conversation about this with my sister and brother-in-law. They're Android users, but we were talking about the benefits of a smartwatch. And I actually started to think, not that I want one, but I started to think, maybe I could use a smartwatch. Like when they were talking about seeing your text messages without having to have your phone in your hand all of the time. Like, oh, that could be good. Or seeing like what notifications are coming in. But then I could see that it would be a little bit overwhelming too. And I don't like things on my wrist.
It's funny you say that. At work, we have this new no cell phone policy while we're driving vehicles and stuff. And a couple of guys had the Apple Watch, and eventually the company cracked down and said that counts as your phone. It's just
Oh, I was wondering.
because they were looking at it while they're driving their truck, and they can look at the wrist or whatever. It's right there. And I believe they cracked down and said that is also considered. Basically, the rule is this: is that anything that's a mobile communications device where you can send messages back and forth, no matter what kind of device it is, including those Apple Watches, it's illegal to have while you're driving in your possession. So, that
makes sense. I mean, like in California, you're not allowed to touch your phone even while you drive. I don't know why it would be okay for somebody to have an Apple Watch on and look down at their text message when it's a smaller screen and you're having to look more and like scroll on your watch. How is that legal, but holding your cell phone isn't? So, I mean, smartwatches could be beneficial.
Well, I don't know if it is. I don't know if it comes to the actual like regular motor public, like the Class C licensed people. I'm not even sure if it's allowed, really. Most cars these days have some kind of CarPlay or Android Auto or something like that, what comes up on the screen and talks to you anyways. So I'm not too sure about that. I just know that, like you said, using a little screen while you're driving, like, I mean, but it does have other features you can use and stuff.
Yeah.
They're fun toys. In fact, when the Apple Watch first came out, I saw it. I was like, I'm not a big watch guy, but I probably would get this watch of any of the watches, but I'm not a big watch guy, you know?
Well, but this is about for women. So it's saying that you may consider a smartwatch. I would say don't put that as your number one item, but, maybe consider it as you go through the list. Okay, next on the list are sneakers. Now, of course, on this USA Today list, they had a specific brand, which we don't need to mention. But I was thinking about this, and I like a good pair of sneakers. However, my feet are very unique. So, like, I would want to give feedback.
They're your feet, not my feet.
Exactly. But I don't have an arch. I have flat feet. And so, like, I can't just get regular sneakers like other people. But if your lady knows what kind of sneakers that she likes, or if you notice that she wears a specific brand and she's really into them, then a really nice high quality set of sneakers, especially if she's an active person and you're like, oh gosh, like I know that she loves to go running and let me invest in these really cool sneakers that I know would just help her do even more of what she loves. I think that's a great kind of gift.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next on the list were leggings. Like Athleta was the brand that they used, but I know that there's Lululemon.
I hear all about Lululemon. I don't know nothing about it. What is it?
I don't know. I don't wear them, but
I heard they're like super expensive. Like bougie.
They are. They're bougie, like bougie. They're supposed to make your butt look good, but
that's probably what I noticed. I noticed them from that angle, but I don't know what the brand was.
What? Come on, Chris.
Well,
no, too much. This is inappropriate, dude. Come on.
That's all I know about these things. That's all I read about in a Forbes article.
In a Forbes article, you said you only know them from that angle. I get it. That angle, the booty angle. Well, but a nice pair of leggings is good. However, again, it does go back to our previous list of the what not to buy, because clothing, what size do you get her?
Right. And what color and style and clothing can be a very tricky thing. I've gotten numerous amounts of clothing for holiday season. And one thing I remember that I think I told you this today, we're at the mall today. I said one of the worst things you can get for Christmas clothing wise,
Christmas clothing,
is a Christmas themed clothing.
Yeah.
On Christmas.
Yeah.
Because you only can wear it that day.
Okay.
After that, you're done.
Okay. Back to talking about the ladies.
Sorry.
All right. So there were a number of different blow dryers that were featured in this article. And they're not just like a standard blow dryer. Nowadays, like the blow dryer business it's really competitive. And so they have these like volumizing blow dryers. They have these that are they're brushes and blow dryers in one.
Whoa.
So as you're brushing, it's blow drying your hair. So there's some by Dyson, there's some by Shark, there's some by Conair. There's some really good ones out there. And actually, I would use a new blow dryer because I took my blow dryer out of our bathroom and I was using it to heat up hurricane vases to melt the wax out, and then it got covered in wax. So yeah, because the hot air melts the wax. So
you just have me talk to it. Hot air.
You were waiting for that one. Okay, next on the list of what you could buy your wife is a diamond necklace.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hello. The ladies love the diamonds. And by the way, make sure they're real diamonds. I saw a lot of these videos. I don't know if they're real or not. They were like going viral where like somebody would diamond check the diamond at some sporting event. Do you see that what I'm talking about?
Where they're like checking the wife's ring to see her reaction.
Make sure it was real. And the guy's like, it's a fake. And she like walks out, throw it at him or whatever and all this stuff. But okay. I mean.
And it doesn't have to be big. It can be simple. I remember getting.
At least 4 carats. That's what you need, right?
Yeah, whatever. I remember getting a gift from a gentleman and it was very small and it was like a heart pendant and it just had like little tiny like diamond slivers, but it was so meaningful to me. It was very thoughtful. And I thought, that even if it wasn't large, I didn't need large. It was the gesture. It was that somebody would invest enough in a precious stone and gift it to me. Like it makes me feel precious.
And you didn't go check it? You make sure it was real?
No, of course not. I'm not that kind of girl.
Okay, so it could have been fake. You wouldn't know.
It wasn't fake.
How close are the fake ones to the real ones? I mean, eyeballing it. Can you tell or no?
No, but I'm not that kind of girl that like looks to see if it's real.
It did come in a box and
it did come in a box and it said like diamond and white gold. And so,
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's real. I'm just saying that
All right. So another thing on the list, while makeup is something you shouldn't buy, a makeup mirror, a really nice high quality highlight makeup mirror with like the really cool, like you'd see like the fashion models using with like the little bulbs around it or
where do you get those at, by the way?
There's smaller ones. So that link on the USA Today article has some that are highly recommended, but I wouldn't do like the really high magnification mirrors like you would see your grandma use to like pick the hairs out of their warts or whatever.
Oh, gross.
But you could if you look on Amazon or if you shop and you look at like makeup supplies, like high quality personal makeup mirrors, you can find some, but I think that those are pretty cool. And like, I was thinking, oh, that might be really nice, except I don't wear makeup anymore. So next thing on the list is a robe, like a nice plush terry cloth or fluffy robe.
Like the ones they have at the hotel room, fancy hotel.
Yes, that's exactly the picture that they had on there was like a really nice white fluffy robe. And I have actually started.
But also, what is it? What about the wrong size? Are they come one size or what? I don't know.
They're generally one size, and so
they are,
or one size fits most. And so if your wife is a individual who looks like that kind of slim to moderate size, then you could just go with the standard. But then if you think that she might be like maybe a size 14 or above, then just make sure that you get one that accounts for that. And like I would say for my size, maybe get one that was, for a little bit more curvy girls.
Okay. I got you.
But I have a robe, so I don't need
one.
But
that also goes back to that original statement of like, we buy clothing. Like you can totally screw that up.
You could totally screw it up. But robes are a little bit more difficult to screw up it's not like you're looking at 14 different sizes. You just want to look at like approximately what size. It's easy enough to go take a quick look at what size clothing your significant other wears and just look to see on the little size charts for the robes if that is in their size range.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, easy enough. But I don't need one. Okay, next thing on the list is designer purses.
Okay, we're talking Coach store. I love the Coach store. Let me tell you, I bought a Coach wallet from the Coach store, and Christine bought some Coach purses.
I love a good Coach purse. I also would not be offended if I got, like a Louis Vuitton bag.
Offended.
Why?
I would not be. Are they trash or something?
No, I said I would not be offended.
Well, no, are they horrible or something? I have no idea.
I would not be offended if I got one. I'm saying.
Oh, you said they're garbage, right?
No, I'm saying
they're like trash bags. Pretty much what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is it wouldn't bother me if I ended up opening up a Louis Vuitton bag.
Are you trying to give me a clue or something?
Obviously, you can't take a clue.
I can't. That is one of my many gifts.
Okay. So some of these I don't know if I agree with, and this is one that I was a little on the fence about. But gentlemen, if depends on your wife. Okay, a cordless electric wine opener.
Huh. I don't know how that works, but okay.
It's cordless, so instead of having to like cork it, screw the thing down, and pull it up, you just put it on the top and you press a button, and it takes the.
How cool is that? Now, only caveat to any of this is that
she has to drink wine.
correctamundo.
Yeah.
And, or at least have big dinner parties all the time and all that.
Or have a problem opening wine bottles.
For a hot minute, I was buying wine at the store. But of course, I would go to the grocery
Box wine? I know.
No, I would buy regular bottles of wine. But here's my thing for me. Judging a wine, I was like Merlot or a red, sometimes some white and things like that. But I always would look for two things. One, it had to have a really cool looking label on the bottle. And two, it had to be on sale. So if I matched both of those, we are coming home today.
What?
That was my prerequisite for buying wine.
So what if the sale made it like $80 a bottle?
No, come on.
Oh, so you needed like Barefoot Bubbly $2.99.
No, not that low. We're talking like $6.99, and I'm talking like
we're talking like grape trash.
No, not grape juice. Grape juice with alcohol.
No, I'm talking grape trash. Have you heard of there was like white trash white and like Trailer Park Red? There was like some really crazy ones. Well,
what does Trailer Park Red have in it?
I don't know.
I can only imagine. For some reason, I'm thinking time of the month. I don't know why.
Okay, it's getting late and this is getting gnarly. Okay, next thing on the list is things to buy your wife. Weighted blanket.
I did do that. I bought you that last year.
Best gift ever.
You use it every day.
Every single day.
And I try to steal it from you in bed, but you won't let me do it.
Nope, it is so great. I love it.
When I bought that thing, I didn't know it was weighted.
I didn't either.
I must have thought it was heavy because they roll the thing up in a package and like you take it and whatever home.
You just knew that I loved blankets.
Oh, right. And it was cold in December, January. You go into January here, it gets cold still. I figure why not? Somebody can use like on the couch or in a chair, hanging out and that kind of thing. Like I had no idea you would use it on the bed to sleep under, but it works too.
But what happens every day that I use that is like I'll curl up under it and give me 5 minutes and I'm dead to the world.
Now, what makes it a weighted blanket?
Like, it has that weight to it. And so it feels a little bit like a hug. And so, I mean,
it feels heavy.
It feels heavy, but it's not as hot as some blankets. And so that's the thing.
Wool looking and all that. So.
Right. But it's not as heavy as as hot as you would think. But the weight of it it's enough pressure on your body, just enough that it helps bring everything into regulation. It helps to calm your body and get it to a mode of being able to sleep faster.
But what is there like beads or something? What's the weight come from?
I don't know.
Or is it used like a special cotton or something?
I'm not sure.
Or some kind of
I think it's just like a denser fabric.
I always thought there was something in there, like maybe a heavier nylon or something in the actual.
Why don't you look it up? Weighted blankets.
I don't know. Come on.
Chris is going to do some research. Okay, next thing on the list of what to buy your wife. UGG slip-on slippers, not the UGG boots. These are the ones that you can slip on.
I've had those myself. I actually worn them myself. They weren't Uggs. They were like rugs, I'm guessing. The rug version. They were so fake.
Rugs.
They're the Costco specials, whatever.
Oh, those ones are good.
They're fine. They're, the problem with those, people don't realize they do stink, especially if you don't wear socks, because a lot of people don't wear socks.
Okay, but these are not for outdoors. These are for indoors.
And people wear them around outdoors. They wear them to the mall. They wear them everywhere.
Not the boots. I'm talking about the slip-on slippers that are just like, they almost look like a moccasin on the front.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
No,
yeah.
These are like when you get home after a really long day of work, and this is what the article said, like for that woman who's always on her feet and her feet are tired, get her some nice, cozy UGG slip-on. They call them slipettes. To just slip her feet into, to just kind of snuggle up into them.
Fantastic.
Okay, so the next thing, I don't know if I'm too hip on this because it feels like a cop-out. They said a sweets and treats basket filled with like sugary and salty goodies. And I think that's a cop-out.
That's like your Valentine's Day, like basic, like heart box with chocolates and stuff that nobody really eats, and they eat snack.
Right, but this one is like, oh, let's give her like pretzels and trail mix and chocolates and
trail mix.
Yeah, so I would say skip that one. And then they said a Dyson vacuum, and even though it has the brand name on it, just if you can avoid the vacuum.
Wait a second. Wait. Time out. Go back. They're saying to get your wife a vacuum cleaner as part of the thing to get your wife.
Yeah, a Dyson vacuum though. Those are like $400.
Okay, I know they're fancy, like the Dyson fans and all that.
Bypass it.
But why would you get your wife a vacuum cleaner?
Exactly. So like the next two, I don't agree with. The next two, so I wouldn't say
last three. There's three because you don't agree with the vacuum
right.
cleaner.
So the next two, the next one that it has on the list, I don't agree with, and it's a meal prep delivery service.
Oh, like
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh. What's the other one they have?
Freshly. Green Chef. Home Chef,
What's the other
Blue
one?
Apron.
That Blue Apron I'm thinking of, yeah.
Don't do it.
Why not? I got my sister that a couple years ago. I don't know if she used it or not, but I got the gift card for it and I gave it to her as a gift card to get the Blue Apron doohickey.
Yeah, exactly. If she hasn't done it,
I don't know if she did. I didn't ask
I'm
her.
saying, if you haven't seen her do it in the past, don't buy her a gift card thinking that it's going to simplify her life. You've just gifted somebody more work.
How's that even possible?
Because they deliver food.
Yeah.
And now you're expected to cook it all.
Oh, no. That's what you do, babe. You got to get the new company. It's called Blue Apron Plus a Chef. And the chef comes and cooks all your food for you.
Yeah. Okay. Send that one to me as long as he's cute. Okay. And the next one, this one is on the list of to buy, but I recommend you do not buy, is a wine of the month subscription. Basic B.
Wait, no. Hear me out here. Okay.
I'm the girl, you're not. And I say bypass it. I'll listen to you, but I'm right.
Every woman ever in the history of women. You know, I think that if your woman likes to drink and throw parties and you go through a lot of wine.
If your woman.
If your wife likes to drink and have a lot of parties, I would say why not have the wine of the month?
Yes.
The week? No, you might get two of them because your wife may drink chugging, you know, because you never know. They could have parties every weekend.
No. I would say put more thought into it.
What if the wine is something you would never drink in the first place? Like, oh, I drink white. They can be reds or whatever.
Exactly.
Or, I don't like this.
This is why I say don't do it. Gentlemen, if you would like some advice on personal shopping for your wife or your lady in your life, you don't have to fret because you have two of the world's experts sitting in this room right now.
I'm looking around there. I don't see us.
Well, I see myself and I see myself in the mirror. So
okay. I got you now.
But, you know, we did talk about what not to buy. And then we did kind of talk a little bit about what to buy and kind of argued with it a little bit. It could be very confusing when it comes to gift giving. And so the bottom line is,
you just say, honey, I love you so much. And my love is the ultimate gift. And we are both satisfied with our love. And our love should conquer all.
I would say that thank you for that. But I would say that at the root of it is something meaningful and something that you put a lot of thought into. I will say that one of my favorite gifts, actually it is my favorite gift that you've given me ever, is what you just gave me for my birthday. And
oh yeah, what was it?
So what it was is it was a jar that you'd put together and you hot glued some roses on top of it. And inside were little slips of paper. And they had different things that you loved about me or like memories that we had together. And you filled up this jar. And so whenever I have a down day, I could just open up that jar and I read from your perspective the things that you love about me and you love about our relationship. And it took you so much time. And yeah, I know it was like, for you, it felt like an arts and crafts project and you were frustrated with it because things weren't working the right way.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you told me the story afterwards. But like you gave me other presents and I love, you know, things that you think of like, oh, here's a Starbucks gift card. Go get coffee or go get your nails done and things like that. I love those. Don't get me wrong. And yes, please do that. And this one that you put so much thought into, I just don't have words. Like you racked your brain. You went shopping for all of the little bits and pieces of it. It was more than just let me stand at the grocery store between the aisle of the Clearasil, you know, zit removal cream and the red Solo cups and look at the gift card aisle. Like you put thought and effort into it. And so really at the end of the day, gentlemen, that is what we are leaving you with is go out and shop smart and really get to know your lady and find her something that speaks to her heart and not just something that you would just throw off to any girl on the street.
And fellas, if you need help creating your very own memory jar for your lady, I can help you out with that. It's very simple to do. What you basically do, like Christine said, is you get a mason jar. Well, any jar really. It can be a box too, I guess. Doesn't matter. And you got to decorate it nice and pretty with flowers and cute ribbon, all kinds of fancy stuff on the outside of it. Make it look amazing. Dazzle it up. Bling it up.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, you did. That's what I forgot. You put bling on it too.
Of course I did. And then you got to do is you got to put little memories in there on a little piece of paper. And they can be colorful paper. It can be like any napkin and anything like that. It could be like nice,
cardstock.
Yeah, like nice paper. And make sure it's like at a Sharpie or something. I don't know if I use a Sharpie or a pen, but you got to put something you actually can read it.
I think you used a Sharpie.
Something you actually can read it pretty well and it's going to stay a long time. So you put that in there and you say, It's my memory jar of us or you or whatever it could be. It can be anything. The sky's the limit. Or you can even put coupons in there for, say, a back massage. Or
that's a gift for you, not for me.
no, for you. I'm saying like you can put like, a foot massage. You can put gift receipts for something.
Can I
like
redeem that at like an actual foot massage parlor?
as long as Chris is the tender person doing it. Yeah.
But this is just the point of the season, is to not be so rushed into consumerism. Really, the reason for the season is to focus on, getting to the heart of the matter and not just going out and shopping and spending money and getting into a ton of debt. And so, we hope you enjoyed the lists that we had for you today as the week 1 of our Christmas extravaganza. We will be back with you next week with something else exciting in the Christmas spirit, but you're going to have to stay tuned to find out what it is. And so in the meantime, Chris, where can everybody find out more about us and our past episodes?
Well, you can go to the master website, which is chrisandchristineshow.com, and everything you want to know is right on over there. And don't you worry if you can't remember that, which sounds pretty easy, but if you can't remember that, don't you worry, because the link to that will be in the show notes of this episode.
And thanks so much for listening, and we'll be back with you next week.